I'm eating some watermelon with tahini. I love tahini on my watermelon. If you never tried it, you got to. And then I made bae. I had soup. I had lentil soup that I got from Whole Foods. Not really hungry. Well, I lie. I am hungry. I just don't feel like eating. So lentils, get that protein in. About to eat this watermelon. I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna want to eat. This class starts at 8. It's 7:18. I'm trying to upload the next set of videos so I can edit this vlog and have it out by Friday, like the one from the last week. So I uploaded 4 weeks behind. Now I'm uploading 3 weeks behind, some shit like that. And like the computer is saying some stupid shit, but I can't like fix it because some of the videos won't open, and I'm about to delete these fucking videos. It's very annoying. So then it says that operation can't be completed because the PNG needs to be downloaded. Like, oh, this is one of the things I'm trying to, like, why does it need to be downloaded? Download it so I can delete it. See, it's saying the videos need to be downloaded so I can delete it, but then it won't let me open the video. So if you all did not know, I'm actually allergic to fresh fruit. I cannot eat a lot of it. Well, I think I just hit my max. Yep, I did. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. To stop me from vomiting, I have to either drink like a soda, something with bubbles. I didn't have anything like clear. Oh, I did in the back of the refrigerator, I forgot. So I had a Canada Dry with the fruit splash. That made it worse. I'm chewing on some ginger right now. Ginger like candy. Okay, so the whole allergic to fruit thing, right? So it's very weird. I actually have a lot of allergies, but the things that I'm allergic to, I just mostly don't surround myself with, so it never becomes an issue. But I'm looking it up so I can tell you what it's called because it's weird. It's a very weird thing. And back then it was like, I found this out. I knew when I was younger, but my parents just thought I didn't want to eat fruit. I actually love fruit. Black parents, y'all know. So they just thought I was fucking making shit up. And it's funny because Stephanie, she had put something on her IG about it. And she was like, is this really a thing? And she was kind of low-key confused because she was like, it's only when I eat a lot of certain things, blah, 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 whatever. So mine kind of went away, but it doesn't go away forever if you don't continue to eat the fruit. So what happened for me is like when I was younger, every fruit would do something different. And I had the same thing with eggs, right? I could eat hard-boiled eggs, but I couldn't eat scrambled eggs. Now, as I got older and realized that, then I tried egg whites, and then I was eating egg whites forever. Then I realized I could eat over hard eggs. I can't necessarily eat a lot of apples. And when I say a lot, I don't mean like 6 apples. I mean like more than 3 slices. But I can drink apple juice, but I can only drink certain types of apple juice. And people used to just think I was making this shit up, but it's the weirdest shit ever, but it actually has like a diagnosis. So when I was younger, there were certain things like every fruit has something different, right? So the smell of oranges, like being in an office and someone eats an orange, the smell of oranges would immediately give me that, you know, when you have to vomit and you get that weird, like sweet, salty, like saliva, and you know you immediately have to throw up. The smell of oranges would give me that immediately. So like, and of course people bring oranges for lunch or for breakfast and stuff to work, and I'm like, oh fuck, I would just leave the office, right? Pineapples would make my lips itch really bad and swell up, which I love pineapples. So I would just deal with that one, because I'm like, it's not like I would eat them every day, but like when I did want one, I would just deal with it. Bananas I had no issues with. Apples would do the same thing, but also I would get a pain in my stomach. Blueberries were the same. It's mostly fresh fruit. It's called pollen-food allergy syndrome. Now, when I got tested for this is not what it was called. It didn't have a full name, but I ended up I got tested like more than once. I got tested in 2012. I got a full allergy test. Allergy tests are so freaking painful, because I'm not talking about like just hay fever type of allergies. Like, I am allergic to certain types of grass. It's the weirdest shit ever. I used to break out in hives if I would like sit in certain, but it's only certain type of grass. When I used to live in Japan and I would run outside, when my pores would open, I would break out into hives as I would sweat. So I thought I was allergic to my own sweat. Then they tried to tell me I was allergic to the detergent I was using, but I've always used dye-free, like allergen-free detergent. But what it was there was a morgue, where they burn bodies. I don't know. There was that near where I worked out. And this all sounds so lame, and y'all are like, are you making this up? And in the air, plus the sea water and everything, when my pores would open, that would get into my skin, and I would fucking like lose my shit, and I would like have this whole like allergy attack. So, and again, I was not a kid that lived in a bubble and I couldn't do shit. I played outside. I did all the things. Like, so with the food thing, when I decided that I wanted to go into bodybuilding, because I had the allergy test. So the allergy test, like, if I can find it on my phone, I'm going to put it up. But the allergy test, they take like the biggest part of your body, which my back is the biggest part of my body. Most people's are, but most people can use their arm. But since I had like 2-year-old arms, they took my back, and what they do is they prick your skin with everything that you could be allergic to, which was everything, and then see what you have a reaction to, which was everything. So when I started bodybuilding, all of the things that I had allergies to are the things that typically are on a bodybuilder's diet. So I was like, well, this is not going to work. So like, what can I do? Which was like normal, you know, your berries, your blueberries. I can eat frozen of these fruits, but I can't eat fresh. And I'll tell you why. It's not made up. I will tell you why. So what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, like almond, all the nuts. Like, I was allergic to peanuts, but I didn't care because I didn't like peanuts. But I actually don't mind almonds and stuff like that. But I could only eat like 2 or 3 before like I would have this reaction. And we're not talking about like the itchy reaction. I'm talking about like the instant vomit reaction, and not because I didn't like it. So I went and took the allergy test again in 2017, because I started bodybuilding in 2018, so 2017, and that's when I started, somewhere around there. And that's when I started getting an allergy shot. So how allergy shots work is you would go, the doctor was like literally right around the corner from my job, so it was easy. You would go 3 times a week for like a period of time, which was I think a month. Then you go once a week for a period of time, and then you go once a month, and then you go every other month, and then basically they're giving you what you're allergic to so you can build up a tolerance for it. And it's supposed to last like 10 to 15 years. Well, the issue becomes when you stop eating that food, it's not in your body anymore. So the allergy develops, or the intolerance, or what the fuck ever it is, develops again. So throughout bodybuilding and stuff like that, like almonds, like that kind of stuff was never a staple. It was stuff in my meal plans, like the first 3 years definitely, because I had meal plans, but it was never a staple. Like I was not like, oh my God, I need almonds to get my fats. Like I just used sun butter. And again, I never liked peanut butter. Plus I had allergies, so I never cared for it, so I never used it. So I just used sun butter. That's what my first coach introduced me to, and I've always used sun butter. So during the time I did have like cashews, walnuts, things like that, but it wasn't like a staple, like every day you have to have these things. So the same thing with blueberries. I was going back to frozen because it was easier to buy, easier to keep, without spoiling, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So over the course of time, and now that, I've been on macros probably for the last 3 years, right? Since I've been with Paul, I mean, it's just not a staple because I'm not like, oh my God, I just love almonds. Like them little 3 almonds, like if I'm gonna get, 3 to 5 almonds, which that's not what it gets for fats, I could rather just get 8 grams of nut butter on the English muffin and be perfectly okay. So like I keep almonds in my office to have them, but I can only eat like 3 to 5 at a time. So anyway, all this to say, this is long, but I know y'all interested. So it's called pollen-food allergy syndrome, PFAS. It is an oral allergy syndrome. It's caused by cross-reacting allergens found in both pollen and raw fruit, vegetables, and some tree nuts. The immune system recognizes the pollen and similar proteins in the food and directs it as an allergic response. So people affected by PFAS can usually eat the same fruits or vegetables in cooked form because the proteins are distorted during the heating process and the immune system no longer recognizes the food. So, see, and it says PFAS does not appear in younger children. The arrival is more common in older children, teens, young adults who have been eating fruits and vegetables in questions for years without any problems. And that was the same thing. Like I grew up eating fruits and vegetables. Like that was a thing in our household. You were not leaving the table to eat fruits and vegetables, but I kind of mostly grew up with my grandmother anyway. So like I love vegetables. She's always made them. We always had soups and stuff like that. That's my love for like soups, like ramen, pho now and all that stuff. So it says hay fever is associated with the reactions to pollens that cross-react with the foods. Those with PFAS typically have an allergy to birch, ragwood, and grass pollens, which are true younger and older. Younger, like I had really bad allergies in my eyes. So like I was really mad because I couldn't wear contacts for a long time, right? I always had to wear glasses. And then my legs and everything, like I would go out. So when I would go out when I was younger and go out and like play, if the grass was wet and it hit my skin, it looked like I got like whipped with a belt, like beat with a belt. I would get like little fucking belt marks or whatever, like if you got beat with a belt or whatever. So it says, although not everyone PFAS when eating certain foods, but these are common. I'm sorry. This is like what they're referencing the triggers. So grass pollens, the triggers are celery, melons, oranges, peaches, tomato. I'm allergic to tomatoes. I cannot eat tomatoes. Ragweed pollens, banana, cucumber, melon, sunflower seeds, zucchini. I don't have an issue with bananas, but I do have an issue with cucumbers if they're not like, my grandfather used to make cucumber salad and he would cut them up and put them in vinegar with onion, salt, and pepper. If they're soaked in vinegar, I could do it. I don't have an issue with sunflower seeds. Melons, yes, but I don't like melons, so I don't care. So it says symptoms: itchy mouth, scratchy throat, swelling of the lips, mouth, tongue, itchy ears, hives. But you can have anaphylaxis. So I have an EpiPen. I don't carry it anymore because like I'm just an adult enough to like I just won't eat the shit. But it's funny, like growing up, like my parents thought like I just didn't want to eat those vegetables or those fruits, I should say. But yeah, it says management, avoiding the foods in raw forms is the most common way to manage it, which is true. Basically what PFAS is, when you're eating that certain vegetable or fruit in the raw form, the body recognizes it as the same as if I was eating pollen. So, and I was asking my doctor this in like 2013 or 12 or wherever when I first got it done, because I was juicing at the time. So I would wake up and make like juice and, wheatgrass, all that stuff, and like, drink that before work. And he was saying the same thing when the juicing breaks down the proteins, cooking breaks down the proteins and distort it. So your body doesn't recognize it the same way. So that is a lesson for anyone that may have this issue, or for anyone that has kids. Be on the lookout for this if, they're telling you like something's itching or something like that. But they're not actually like having like a swollen throat type of thing. It's not an internal react. I don't know what that's called, but it's basically just your body is recognizing this fruit or vegetable as pollen, and it's having that reaction. So yeah, like I said, the issue with it is after getting the allergy shots, I was good. But again, if you don't continue eating the foods, then it comes back. I guess it never went away, but it comes back. So, all right, y'all, I am about to, so that's what happened. Even though the watermelon is not on here, that's what just happened with the watermelon. I hadn't had an issue with watermelon as much before, but like I had like 2 pieces of watermelon. When you guys saw me eat, I think that was my second piece. So it instantly gave me that like thing. So I can tell that my tolerance for fruit is getting lower. Fresh fruit's getting lower because I haven't had those allergy shots in God knows how long. Probably since 2019. And I haven't been consistently eating those foods since then either. So yeah,